What makes a fighter jet not just a machine, but a legend of the skies? The Grumman F-14 Tomcat is one such aircraft, renowned for its prowess, versatility, and iconic status. Today, we dive deep into the story of the Tomcat, its origin, design, operational history, and lasting impact on aviation and popular culture. Join us as we explore the comprehensive tale of the F-14 Tomcat, the fighter that defined an era of naval air power. The story of the F-14 Tomcat begins in the turbulent 1960s, a time when the United States Navy sought to replace its aging fleet defense fighters. The collapse of the General Dynamics Grumman F-111B program left a void in the Navy's interceptor capabilities. The F-111B, designed as a long-range, carrier-based interceptor, proved too heavy and unwieldy for the Navy's needs. In response, the Navy launched the Naval Fighter Experimental, or VFX program, to develop a new fighter that could excel in air superiority and fleet defense. Grumman, with its rich history of naval aircraft manufacturing, won the VFX contract and set out to design a fighter that would address the shortcomings of previous models. The goal was ambitious: create a supersonic, twin-engine, two-seat fighter with all-weather capability and variable sweep wings to combine speed, maneuverability, and endurance. This design approach was heavily influenced by lessons learned during the Vietnam War, where smaller, agile MiG fighters challenged American air superiority. The first prototype of the F-14 took flight on December 21, 1970, marking a new chapter in naval aviation. By 1974, the Tomcat was operational aboard the USS Enterprise, replacing the venerable F-4 Phantom II. This marked the beginning of a new era, as the Tomcat became the U.S. Navy's premier maritime air superiority fighter and fleet defense interceptor. Central to the Tomcat's design was its variable geometry wing system, a feature that allowed the wings to sweep back for supersonic speeds and swing forward for slower speeds and better endurance during patrols. This flexibility gave the aircraft exceptional versatility, enabling it to switch roles seamlessly between high-speed interception and slower, more controlled dogfighting. The two-seat cockpit, housing a pilot and radar intercept officer, was equipped with a bubble canopy for excellent visibility, critical in complex air-to-air engagements. The Tomcat's armament was equally impressive. It was the first Navy fighter to carry the long-range AIM-54 Phoenix missile, capable of engaging multiple enemy aircraft at distances over 100 miles. Alongside the Phoenix, it carried AIM-7 Sparrow and AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles, plus an internal 20mm M61 Vulcan rotary cannon for close-range combat. This combination allowed the Tomcat to tackle threats from afar or engage in close dogfights when necessary. The twin-engine layout provided both power and redundancy, with widely spaced nacelles enhancing stability and survivability. Remarkably, the Tomcat's fuselage contributed significantly to its lift, a rare characteristic that helped pilots survive extreme damage, such as the 1991 incident where a Tomcat landed safely despite losing more than half of its right wing. This robust airframe was also designed to endure the rigors of carrier takeoffs and landings, with a reinforced landing gear system built to withstand catapult launches and arrested landings. Between 1969 and 1991, 712 F-14 Tomcats were built, primarily at Grumman's facilities in Bethpage and Calverton, New York. The assembly was a complex process involving multiple stages from initial fabrication to final testing. Each aircraft underwent rigorous evaluation to ensure peak performance and safety before deployment. The F-14 was not just a U.S. Navy asset. In 1976, Iran under Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi became the only other operator of the Tomcat, acquiring a fleet of F-14As. Post-1979, the Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force maintained and operated these aircraft, famously using them during the Iran-Iraq War. Iran claims that their Tomcats shot down at least 160 Iraqi aircraft with 55 verified kills, though the conflict took a toll, with 16 Tomcats lost. Throughout its operational life, the F-14 underwent numerous upgrades, including the addition of the low-altitude navigation and targeting infrared for night, or lantern pod in the 1990s. This allowed the Tomcat to perform precision ground attack missions, expanding its role beyond air superiority to tactical strike. The aircraft's avionics suite evolved as well, featuring the Hughes AN/APG-71 radar and advanced infrared and navigation systems, keeping it competitive in modern combat environments. One of the most famous episodes involving the F-14 was the 1981 Gulf of Sidra incident, where U.S. Navy Tomcats engaged and shot down Libyan MiG-23 fighters. This event highlighted the Tomcat's capabilities in real combat scenarios and boosted its reputation. The Tomcat's dominance continued into the late 20th century, serving as a backbone of U.S. naval air power during the Cold War and beyond. The Tomcat also made a significant cultural impact, most famously starring in the 1986 film Top Gun. The film's portrayal of the fighter and its pilots captured the public imagination, boosting Navy recruitment and cementing the F-14's status as an icon. The Navy cooperated closely with the filmmakers, even charging $7,600 per flight hour for use of the jets to cover operational costs. The legacy continued with the sequel, Top Gun Maverick, released in 2022, featuring restored F-14s and evoking nostalgia for the legendary aircraft. By the early 2000s, however, the Tomcat was becoming outdated compared to newer fighters. The Boeing F/A-18E/F Super Hornet was introduced as a more versatile, multi-role aircraft with advanced avionics and lower maintenance costs. The final U.S. Navy F-14 flight occurred on October 4, 2006, marking the end of a remarkable 32-year service life. The Tomcat was officially retired on September 22, 2006, though its legacy endures. Today, numerous F-14s are preserved in museums and military installations across the United States. These aircraft serve as tangible reminders of the Tomcat's storied history and engineering excellence. Notable examples include the Tomcat used in Top Gun, displayed at the San Diego Air and Space Museum, and the prototype aircraft at the Cradle of Aviation Museum in New York. The Tomcat's influence extends beyond its physical form. Its variable sweep wing design inspired subsequent aircraft development, and its combat record shaped U.S. Navy tactics for decades. The aircraft's integration of advanced radar and missile systems set new standards for air combat. Furthermore, the Tomcat's cultural impact continues to inspire aviation enthusiasts and filmmakers alike. Even in retirement, the F-14 remains relevant, with Iran maintaining a small fleet that continues to fly these venerable fighters. Despite challenges in maintenance and parts, the Iranian Tomcats stand as a testament to the durability of Grumman's design. The Tomcat's story is one of innovation, resilience, and unmatched versatility. The Grumman F-14 Tomcat was not just an aircraft, it was a symbol of American naval air power and technological prowess. Its pioneering design offered unmatched capabilities in speed, agility, and firepower, shaping the future of carrier aviation. From its origins in the VFX program to its iconic appearances on screen and battlefield, the Tomcat's legacy continues to fly high. In the end, the Tomcat embodies the spirit of innovation and excellence that defines military aviation. Its story inspires not only those who flew it, but all who dream of conquering the skies. The Grumman F-14 Tomcat remains forever a timeless legend of the skies.